welcome back to a dicey experience where we're never ready to play D&D after a crazy experience that we had a couple weeks ago. I am Jason Sketch, also known as Cam. I am your DM for this wonderful campaign. Next to me, we have Stolen, who is playing a wonderful turtle. What is your turtle's name and what shenanigans is he up to?
I am playing Crew, or AKA Bowl, for you tonight.
Awesome. And next to Bowl, we have our infamous Cook, played by Meerkat. You want to share a little joy with us there?
Hi. I am Meerkat playing a human cleric named Lucas, who has a rolling pin named Franz.
Yes, he does. What Franz got thrown about weeks ago, however long it's been since we put out this podcast. And looks like Jean has finally finished eating. You want to tell us about your wonderful rabbit folk there?
Yes, I'm playing Jean Lafayette, the Haragon rogue, who is quite adept at pointing with his rapier.
As we saw. Hopefully in this episode, things will go a little bit better for you guys than did last time.
Let's hope so.
So, last episode, our wonderful pirates had made their way into a goblin cave, found their way up to the top, and of course, following this strange laughter through a forest, have decided to venture into this cave where they're hopefully finding a treasure map. They walk into a dining hall type room where they encounter some goblins that have some creepy Joker-like grins and begin to attack them. They, over a longer period of time than expected, defeat these goblins and make their way into a porcelain doll room where they all said, nope, and immediately returned back to the dining hall. Our party now has two options for leaving this room besides just going back out of the front of the cave. Your captain smiles and, all right, well, that hallway didn't work out very well. I guess we won't go down creepy dolls and crying big nope hallway. We'll head down a different hallway. Where would you like to go?
Well, I picked last time, so one of you two get to pick next time.
All right. John, you always want to be leader. Where would you like to head?
Well, let's try the leftmost path.
All right.
See where that takes us.
You'll begin to travel down the left path, and it's dark, but you hear the sounds of water, and you kind of imagine looking next to you, you see kind of the water kind of rushing past you, and it looks like the same color of water that was at the waterfall at the beginning of the cave. You venture down this path for a little while, and you make your way into a room where the sky opens up and the morning sun does come back in. It's about a 10-foot stone bridge that goes from your side of the room to the other side, and there are two large puddles of water not puddles, but the river banks are on two sides of you that are still inside this cave. And so there's, I guess, cave lakes? What would you call that?
Cave leaks? You mean like springs?
Yeah, springs. Perfect. Yeah, there's two springs that look like they run together, and they will. Everybody else is at least being nice. They're not laughing at me.
I'm sorry, cave leaks? What the heck? Okay.
Cave lakes, like there's bodies
lakes?
of water.
Lakes? I thought you said leaks.
No, lakes.
Okay. Oh man, like I thought you meant, like a spring that bubbles up out of the rock. That's what I was picturing when you said
It's water leaking up out of the ground.
Yes.
No, there's no water leaking up out of the ground. It's like puddles.
Which is why I said spring.
No. It's
Okay.
large bodies of water
Okay.
on each side of the path. It looks like it's like a stone bridge that carries you across this lake that maybe has a spring below it that feeds into the waterfall, but you'd have to swim down to find out. Let's drown your rabbit to find out and see if that's going to be the problem.
I already apologized. It's a simple misunderstanding.
So, you walk on in, and you see about 4 goblins. 4 of the bigger goblins just kind of chilling in the middle. Looks like they're just sitting there staring at each other. Anything you guys would like to do?
Is there any whimpering in this cave?
No, there's no whimpering in this cave. The water's rushing. The goblins don't seem to have noticed you just yet.
They look like they have creepy smiles.
They do. They all have that creepy Joker-esque smile.
Oh.
Ho? Did you just say ho?
Hey, ho!
Hey ho! It's a song
Oh my
by the
God.
Ramones.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That makes way more sense. Yeah. So do you guys yell out ho?
No.
Are they facing towards
No.
us? Are they facing like away from us or towards us or?
They're kind of all facing each other. It's, like if you had seen them in a regular tavern, you'd assume, oh, they're sitting on the floor and they're playing cards, but they're not playing cards. They're kind of just sitting there and just drooling and looking at each other with those big Joker-esque smiles. Yeah.
How
there
far
a-
away from us are they?
They are currently a little bit of a distance away from you, not so far that like you can't see them. I'd say they're about 45 feet away from you. 45, 50 feet away from you.
Is there a drop on either side of the bridge, or does the water like come up to the?
There's like a 5-foot gap on the bridge. So it'd be like taking a step down, a 5-foot step down. So the water's not running onto the bridge, but it's you can tell that the water should technically go underneath. You look down, it looks relatively deep, clean, but relatively deep.
Can we see the bottom, or is it?
Make a perception check. Anybody gonna
12?
No. It looks relatively deep. You can't quite see the bottom, but it's clear. It's almost like sloping, and so the walls are coming in, and it looks like it slopes down. It makes like a funnel, but it is
We have to
definitely
do something
clear.
about these goblins. Get across. I don't think we should get in the water. But I think we should try and get across.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
Is
say
there
we
any
rush
way we
them.
can push them into the water?
Yeah. If we can rush them and surprise them. Or does anyone have long range anything?
If I'm
Just my
within
pistol.
30, if I'm in 30 feet of them, I have something I could try.
Sacred Flame is 60 feet. Maybe we can try ranged and then rush them if that doesn't work.
Sounds good to me.
That'll work.
It's a plan.
So we get a surprise round, right? Since they don't know we're here.
Yeah. You have not alerted them to your presence as of yet, so you can make a surprise round. So, who's going first?
I guess Bull will. And he's going to cast Sacred Flame at one of the ones that's closest to us.
Okay.
Which is a dex save.
The dex save, okay. So he will make a dex save. 12.
That saves.
Saves, okay. The wisp past him. They begin to start turning and looking at you guys.
So Sacred Flame next. Same thing, dexterity save.
Same guy or a different one?
Is it all like 4 of the smaller goblins that we found in the last room?
No, they're all like the larger ones.
Okay. The one closest to us on the left.
Alright, you shoot to the one that's closer to you guys on the left. He rolled a natural 1.
Oh yeah.
So, double the dice damage for me. That's technically not a normal D&D rule, but I like to do it if you're going to crit and you're, the spell save and they fail, critically fail, I think you should be able to do double dice against them.
Sounds good to me. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage, alright. It hits him hard. He looks like he's still up.
And I will fire off a shot at the closest one on the right.
Closest one on the right, so you're going to shoot at the same one that the turtle.
Yes, bull shot at. Oh, and I'm assuming a 8 is gonna miss again.
Yep. How much ammo do you got left in your flintlock there?
14 bullets.
14 bullets. All right, so plenty to just waste away. Perfect. Your captain's seeing that you guys are doing ranged type attacks, so he's going to run forward. He'll move up to there, and he's going to use his breath weapon, and they will all make a save. So, all right. All 4 of them fail, so they're gonna take 2d10 force damage.
Nice.
Sweet.
It's gonna be 13. The one that Lucas hit dies. The rest of them take 13 points of damage. They are still kicking.
What kind of breath does he have?
He has a force breath, and so when he goes up and he runs up, and you just see him arc his hands back, and he just fires forward, and it almost looks like the air in front of him just builds up and pushes like a large ball, and then the ball gets larger and larger and just slams into them. The one that died's body falls and lands in the water. And
Does it sink or does it like get carried by the current?
It begins to sink, but right behind from where he fell in, a large net flies out of the water towards your captain.
Oh. There is something in the water.
Yep.
And it lands kind of in front of him, and it has claws on it, and it scrapes and falls back into the water. Roll for initiative.
Yikes. Dang. What's wrong with my dice?
I do not know.
Might as well start rolling d10s.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't roll anything above a 10 right now.
Okay. So 20 to 25? 20 to 15.
16.
Okay. 15 to 10.
13.
Okay. What did you get, Bull?
7.
Okay.
Nice -2 initiative.
Gonna love that. I love how Jean has hair trigger and he's still getting slower than the cleric. Alright, Lucas, you are top of the order. What are you doing?
What is this? So, did we see who threw the net, or if how it was triggered, or?
It didn't seem like a trap. It definitely... You can make a perception check. Make a quick perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. 10.
10. No, you just saw the goblin body go in, it sinks for a second, y'all are getting ready to cheer, and then this net comes flying out of the water.
Okay.
But it looks like the net looks like it was directly aimed towards your captain, even though it missed.
I guess I don't want to walk too far forward with something in the air. I can cast... I'll cast Spiritual Weapon now.
Okay.
It's 60 feet range to cast it, so I'll cast it right in the middle of these the three goblins.
Right in the middle of the 3 goblins. Perfect.
And you see a giant ladle materialize in the thin air above the goblins, and I can make an attack as soon as it materializes, so...
It's materialized.
Spell attack. For 14 on the one that the other 2 attacked.
14 on the other one that the other 2 attacked. Okay. That does not hit, unfortunatately.
Okay.
Alright. But you did cast. That's a bonus action, so you still have an action.
Yeah, and I can't cast. Can I cast a cantrip?
Yes,
After
and so since you cast a regular spell, you can't cast another regular spell, but you can cast a cantrip.
I'll try Sacred Flame again on the same guy that I just attacked.
Okay.
Dexterity save.
Dexterity save. All right. 17.
Okay, that saves. All right, that's me.
Sounds splendid. Okay, John.
Okay. Jean is going to use his cunning action to dash and get all the way up to the closest goblin.
Okay.
He's going to take his rapier and attempt to make an attack on that goblin.
All right.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
Okay. Double the damage. Oh, that doesn't hit. Sorry.
Ah, son of a...
It hits.
Okay, so I've what's my class? My swashbuckler.
Yep.
So if I'm the only one in melee range with him, I get sneak attack damage.
Oh, okay. That's cool. It's a swashbuckler, huh?
So it's a D8. That'll be 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay.
Nice.
That is awesome. Yeah, that guy goes. How do you want to kill him?
I will just sprint with my rapier like straight in front of me the entire 40 feet up to him, and just use the force of my sprinting to like just jab it straight through his chest.
And he goes down. He kind of, and you see light come into his eyes, and he whispers, "Do you understand Goblin?"
Nope.
And looks at you with his eyes, and and falls down and dies.
Okay. With the last little bit of my dashing movement, I'm gonna move to where I'm just behind Captain Adar on his right side.
Okay.
So you hear crew from back. So that's how it's supposed to be done?
Yes, that's what was supposed to happen earlier. It's just a false start.
That was impressive.
I didn't get quite enough distance the first time around.
We'll get you some of those starting blocks. You can start using those.
It's not a bad idea.
All right, Bowl. What are you doing?
So Bull is going to stay exactly where he is and try a second flame on the one that's like due straight ahead of me.
Okay.
So that's a dex save.
Dex save. Yep. I knew that. Waiting for you. He is making a 14.
That saves. I can't hit anything.
It just swoosh, goes right between Jean's ears and slams right in front of the goblin. Stop focusing on how awesome Jean is and hit the goblins.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
But focus at least a little bit on how awesome I am.
Yeah,
Oh, John, you're amazing.
Oh man. The captain is going to look around a little bit and be, well, that's interesting. And he's going to attempt to push with his telekinetic movement one of the goblins off into the water.
Okay.
We'll make a check on that.
Jean, the one you killed, is it just laying on the bridge?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so
I
it's
did
not in the water.
Toss it off. No.
Fighters are great. Fighters are cool. You can move an object or a creature to mine as an action. You can target one loose object, larger, smaller, or a creature other than yourself. If you can see that creature is within 30 feet of you, you can move it up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Alternatively, any object You move with your hand. Either way, you can move what? You can just pick up people and move them? But it says, as an action, you can target one loose object or that is large or smaller or one willing creature. Okay. We're going to do a contested roll. It's not necessarily willing. We'll do strength v strength. Alright, and the captain definitely picks up this goblin right in front of him here on the left, and he just yeets him, slams him against the wall, and watches him fall into the water and die. Kind of laughs. That was fun.
Do we really want to be throwing them in the water?
Bubbles start coming up. To the left of the captain, a green, scaly-like creature that almost looks like it is made out of coral reef pops out of the water. And it has a large javelin, and it's going to try to attack with its javelin and try to hit our captain with that javelin.
Do it.
Bring him down.
Kill the captain. Sorry, it's a trident. Excuse me, it looks like a javelin, but it's more of a trident. He hits the captain, and it does... Okay.
Is the captain down?
No, but it's more than I thought it was going to. It's 6 points of piercing damage. The captain kind of, oh, what is this? And he's going to make another attack with his trident against the captain. He hits again this little punk for another 5 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Alright, and then another one pops up on the side of our Paragon there as well. And he had...
We'll have our own ship at the end of this.
Tridents. Does a 24 hit?
No.
And it does 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Goes again with his trident. Does a 22 hit?
No.
For another 6 points of piercing damage. Okay. And that is the fishes. I mean, these are called colons. But they look like goblins, but they're more shaped in like coral reef. They also have that blank stare and that Joker smile on their face too. But they do come up, they make their stab attack, and they hang out there for a second. Okay. It is the Goblin's turn. He is going to run forward and go right for Haragon there. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. 5 points of slashing damage.
I go unconscious.
He kind of does the Tuscan Raider. Alright. It is now back to Lucas. You watched your Jean goes down.
Okay. Okay, I will use my bonus action to move the spiritual weapon behind the goblin.
Okay.
And make an attack. Okay, that's both just one. Yeah.
Okay.
6.
6 to hit. It does not hit.
Yeah. That didn't work. I will then. What's my movement? I want to run. I got 30 feet of movement, so I'm going to run up 25 feet.
Okay.
Beside Jean, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Where you say you run up next to Jean. How do you cast Cure Wounds? What do you do?
I take a small wrapped candy out of my mouth and I unwrap it quickly, and it's a caramel toffee, and I shove it in his mouth.
Awesome. You said you pulled it from where?
I I have a bandolier just out of my pouch.
Oh, out of your pouch. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of your pouch, you put it in his mouth. Perfect. All right. Yeah, the candy goes in. How much health points does he get back?
So I have because of my domain, I get extra healing. So it's plus my ability and then plus my character level. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of healing.
It's okay. The goblin still doesn't notice. He's just doing the Tuscan Raider chant.
And I'm gonna back up 5
Okay.
for the rest of my movement, and that's it.
All right. Perfect. John, you felt the candy get shoved down your throat. You feeling a little bit better? You were laying on your back. There's a goblin that just stabbed you and knocked you on your butt, and there's another creature right next to you that hit you pretty hard.
I open my eyes and kind of look around, start blinking, and taste something in my mouth. Is that toffee?
What? Oh, good, you're still awake.
I'll use half my movement to stand up and see these two guys in front of me bearing down on me, and use my rapier and try and stab at the goblin first that's charging at me on the bridge.
Okay.
That will be a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. And because I have an ally, I get sneak attack. Yeah, is that how that works?
Yeah, that's how. It's allies within 5 feet of it. Yep.
It's my first time playing a rogue, so I'm kind of guessing. 11, 12, 13, 14 to hit, or 14 damage. Sorry.
Yeah. It's doing that Tuscan Raider chant. You stand back up and you just shove it right through its eyes, and it blinks and it slides forward on your rapier.
Nice. So after I kill him, I'm gonna use my rabbit hop again as a bonus action
Okay.
to get back 10 feet.
And that doesn't invoke.
Correct. The rabbit hop doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And then I'll use the last 15 feet of my movement just to take a couple more steps back, closer towards Bull.
Awesome. Okay. Bull, it is your turn. The rabbit seems to be retreating towards you.
The bull is going to fire an Eldritch Blast at the one in the water that was next to Jean.
Okay. Make your roll.
I can't roll 9.
No. Unfortunately, it's only his head and his shoulder are sticking out of that water, and so it just right over him. Splashes behind him, makes water splash. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do? You got a bonus action, or?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Captain is going to attack the guy that's next to him. He's going to take his great sword and just try to stab down at him. He does hit, luckily. Alright, he does 18 points of damage to him. He's going to do another attack. Well, against him. And he also hits with that attack, too. Okay. 17 points of damage, and that thing goes down, begins to sink.
Nice.
So, all right. The other one is going to go down in the water and cast its net towards Lucas. I'm guessing a 7 does not hit.
Nope.
The net just falls flat against the floor and scrapes and goes into the water. It does disappear for a second, though. All right, Lucas, it is your turn. A net tried to come towards you. The creature has gone into the water.
And I can't see where it's went.
Not at the angle that you're standing at right now.
Guess I'll move 5 feet over to the other side and just peer under the water and see if I can see him.
Yes, it looks like he's gone 30 feet straight down.
I think it moves that far. bonus action, I can move the weapon up to 20 feet, so I wouldn't be able to reach him.
Okay.
I will move the spiritual weapon beside me and hold my action.
Okay.
Just excuse me. Just to, if he comes back out of the water, I'm gonna hit him with a spiritual weapon.
Okay.
It's within range. Yeah.
Sounds good. And do you want to hold your attack action as well?
If I hold my action to hit with my spiritual weapon, would that be considered the?
No, because you're holding your bonus action essentially.
Okay.
So I do it a little bit differently than what D&D does. So I let you hold your movement, your action, and your bonus action if you want to.
Okay.
But you've got to kind of declare what you're gonna do if it's gonna trigger it. So.
Okay. I guess I'll hold the spiritual weapon if he comes close, and then if he pops up anywhere within 60 feet, I'll have Sacred Flame held. If he pops up anywhere in 60 feet.
Okay. Sounds perfect.
Cool.
All right, Jean.
Okay, Jean is going to look at the rest of the crew and say, let's just make a run for it, get across the bridge. And he's going to dash his full movement using a cunning action.
Okay.
And get as far as he can across the bridge.
All right.
And he will pull out his flintlock again and just ready in action so that if that monster comes up while the rest of the crew is trying to run across, he'll take a shot.
Okay. Sounds good. That's Bull.
So Bull, hearing Jean and seeing Jean just dart across, is going to run his 30 feet and then use his action to dash the additional 30 feet.
Okay.
And that would be it.
All right. Captain Les says, all right. And so he runs and he'll catch up behind you. He'll use his dash action. The creature charges back up and is going to make 2 attacks against Lucas.
I'm gonna make my flintlock attack if I can,
Yep, go ahead.
as it pops up.
Yep.
Natural 20, baby.
Nice.
All right, double your flintlock damage, and then we've got also the triggers for
Yeah.
Lucas as well.
Nice. What is the flintlock? I think it's the first time I've hit with it. Does it double the sneak attack damage too, or just the weapon damage?
Double the dice, so it'll double the sneak attack as well.
Okay.
Makes rogues ridiculous.
25 damage.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Lucas.
My spiritual weapon was a 17 to hit,
17 to hit. That does hit.
and Sacred Flame was 21.
Okay. How do you
Oh,
want
sorry. Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
All right. His dex is 13.
Okay, that saves.
Okay. Hit him with that spiritual weapon.
Oh, sorry. 7 points of damage.
All right. Looks like it conked him really hard. That bullet wound's going through his head. His head's spinning, and you conked him super hard. His head's just spinning there, but he's going to attempt to attack you. But since he's got all that blood draining, he didn't expect those shots against him. He misses twice. So, and you see his blood pouring out of his head, but he seems to be acting in a manner that he still wants to attack. It is now your turn, though, Lucas.
I guess I'll just go for the same. It worked before. I'll try it again. Hit him with spiritual weapon for 22.
Yeah, that hits.
5 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to grab him by whatever scruff of the neck he has, and then have the spiritual weapon just keep hitting him on the head until he's no longer alive.
Bap, 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 over
Yeah.
and over again. Oh man.
It's a giant ladle.
So the ladle just goes into his head and it comes out with more blood and just throws it in the water. Goes back in, throws it in the water.
As I stare deeply into its eyes as it fades away.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Crew just walks up behind Lucas and grabs him by the shoulder. You did good.
There, the captain's at the other end. He's just laughing. Well done. Shall we venture forward?
Yes, let's
Yes.
get off this damned bridge.
Hi all, this is Meerkat, part of a Dicey Experience. I play the human cleric Lucas, alongside Stolen as crew, Lazyman as Jean, and Jason as our dungeon master. Jason also streams regularly over on Twitch, under the name Jason Sketch. Go check him out. I wanted to take a quick second and ask that if you're enjoying our show, leave us a like and hit subscribe. It helps get our channel noticed so we can grow and continue making great content. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the show. Hope our adventurers can make it out of this cave alive.
All right. You make your way into the next room. And it opens up and they're lit with torches and it's kind of relatively empty, but you definitely see I see one treasure chest and a couple of things laying in the room. In a small cage in the back of the room, there is a pseudo dragon that is caged and shivering. Looks like it's not been taken care of or fed well. There is a treasure chest filled with different gold and different things as well. A fairy dragon, excuse me. That is in the cage. There is an obsidian, kind of just tossed on the floor. There is a spell scroll, 2 or 3 spell scrolls that are kind of just tossed about. And looks like a couple of vials of potions. What do you guys do?
Crew immediately runs over to the dragon.
The fairy dragon.
Fairy dragon. Is the cage like locked?
It is locked. It's like the Tweety Bird cage off of Looney Tunes. So it's got that hook that you could pick it up and carry it if you wanted to. But it definitely looks underfed.
Crew's gonna pick it up and carry it over to Lucas. Do you have any extra food we can feed it? It looks like it needs something.
Hey, quickly, you'll just kind of start taking a little bit of stuff out of my pouches here and there and make up a quick, like, slurry of, like rice and beans and a little bit of meat and hand it to him.
Yeah, do that. Do a performance check. Performance or survival, whichever you prefer. Or your cook tools with proficiency.
My I guess proficiency is 2, which is the same as my survival, so 18.
Yeah. You make up, even though it is quick, you make up something that is well and healthy for that fairy dragon. It hisses at you at first, but you place the food in its cage. It goes over and sniffs it and quickly scarfs it up, and
Okay.
its little tail wags.
Does it speak or make any noises, or?
It makes happier noises. It begins to almost purr a little bit, but it doesn't talk like a regular dragon. So it just kind of, like your dragons do.
I wonder how long it's been down here.
It's hard to say.
He looks very, very malnourished.
No.
I know it's another mouth to feed, but he's coming to the ship with us.
It's a pretty small mouth to feed, so yeah, I agree.
Bull just grabs the cage and is gonna hold it.
Very well. I see no problem with that. It'll be nice to have a pet about. Looks like we've got a lot of treasure in here, about 690 gold pieces and lots of copper and 700 silver pieces. No map, but quite a bit of gold.
Jean's gonna leave the other 3 to get the gold all divvied up and pocketed, hopefully.
Okay.
And he's gonna look at those potions and see if there are any that seem to be healing potions.
Yes, they are both healing potions. One's got like a darker green tint to it. It seems a little bit larger. That is a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
And then you have a red potion that you've taken before. That is a potion of healing.
He's gonna pocket the greater healing.
Okay.
And look around at everybody else holding up the smaller potion of healing and say, does anyone else need this?
I'm down a little bit.
While you take it, you may need it for later. Or use it on me.
Okay. Jean will hold it out for anyone to take.
Bo will grab it and hold it for the time being.
Okay.
You said there was like spell scrolls?
Yep, there's about 3 spell scrolls that were tossed about.
I'm gonna grab those as well.
Okay. Are you gonna open them up, or?
No, I'm just gonna kind of pocket them and I'll examine them later on the ship.
I guess I'll pick up the piece of obsidian.
All right. Sounds good. I'm making notes of our taking the obsidian.
Yeah.
Make an inspection check on that obsidian.
When you say inspection, is that investigation?
Yes. I always say it wrong. It's investigation. Thank you.
Very good. 15.
15. Yeah. You've worked with enough stone in your life, or seen enough of these gems in your life with cooking and different trades that you've made for your meals. You can assume this is worth about 10 gold pieces.
Cool.
All right. Well, it's looks like there's nothing else in this room.
Yeah, Jean will, pick up the chests of gold and silver and carry them along if nobody else is picking them up.
All right. That'll work. Yeah, it looks like it's small enough that you could carry it. The captain does poke it a couple times to make sure it's not a mimic, and he's all right. This seems good. I guess we need to head back to the dining hall, and we've got 1 tunnel left to check and inspect.
So since we have been in the cave, have we heard the laughter at all?
Not in a while. No. You heard it when you first walked in, but after that, it's not reappeared.
Let's maybe head back to the main cavern and regroup from there.
You want to go all the way back to the main entrance, or what's wrong with the dining hall?
The dining hall.
Oh, right. Perfect. Nothing pops back out of the water as you guys walk back. We'll make your way into the dining hall, and it's the way you've left it.
See if that fairy would like some of that pork.
I guess well, sorry, you're carrying him. Never mind.
Well, didn't you say that it was horrible? I don't want to feed that to him. Unless you have any seasoning that could maybe fix it.
It might
And I
taste
kinda like-
agreeable to him. It's a dragon.
It was pretty rancid, but I mean, you at least offer it to him.
Yeah. I'll take like a little bitty piece off and kind of poke it through the cage to see.
All right. He does this same thing. He walks up to it, sniffs it. He hisses this time, and a little flame kind of blows out of his mouth and it just burns it to a crisp and falls between the cage holes.
Yeah, see, I told you he wouldn't eat it.
That was just an idea.
He's now
I'm
actively
grateful.
He's now actively hissing at everybody, but then he'll turn and look at Lucas every once in a while and kind of turn his head back and forth as if he's like, like a dog. It's like, I know you got a treat bag. Where's your treats? And then he'll go back and kind of hiss at everybody else for a minute.
I go up to him and pull a small piece of meat, like a dried beef or something, and I go, "Do you know where the map is?" I offer it.
Make an animal handling check for me.
6.
He accepts the meat, but doesn't seem to understand what you were asking in regards to the map.
Okay.
Little tail wags like a puppy though. That's excited. He got some more food. Anything y'all would like to do before we end the session tonight?
I'm good.
Do we want to... Well, for next session, I guess, are we going to go down the next corridor, or do we want to take a rest here in the main dining area first?
I'm good. I didn't take any damage yet.
Okay.
But if you two want to take a short rest too.
Yeah, do you get anything back for a short rest? All my stuff is long rest, so unless we're gonna stick around for 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I get a little health back. I'm down about half.
I
I
am
get
too.
it.
It would probably be a good idea to spend some hit dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's plan for a short rest then.
So y'all start off with a short rest next session.
And there was just for short rest and my cooking skills. I have a special thing that I can do to give extra healing to people. I'll try and figure that out for next time.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to our podcast, and yeah, we'll see y'all again soon. Bye.